What I'm saying to you, bro, are you a Christian, correct? Okay. Okay, alaikum salam, take care. Because you said salam alaikum. This guy clearly is just mocking. He's not interested in our discussion. Yeah. Okay. What I would say to you, do you believe Jesus as God?
Sorry?
Do you believe Jesus to be God?
He's the Son of God, yes.
He's the Son of God, okay? So he's not God. You don't believe he's God?
He's also God.
He's also God. I always ask question, yeah? Is there anyone more knowledgeable than God?
No.
So when Jesus said, no one knows the day and the hour, not even the angels in the heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father knows the hour. Was he saying the truth or was he lying?
So what did he say?
Jesus in Mark 13:32 said no one knows the day and the hour.
Okay, but then Jesus was a human, right? At this
Okay.
time. So he didn't know the hour, but then he rose to heaven and they became three.
Yeah, but God knows everything all the time.
But when Jesus was on the earth, he was a human, right?
Yeah.
And he was able to die and he rose again, right?
Okay.
So he was a human then. He felt pain and he didn't know the hour of the time then. And he was human.
Yeah, but okay, when he became human, so he became ignorant. Because God knows everything all the time. If God didn't know the hour on Monday or Sunday, regardless what he become, because if he become human, by definition, human is not God anymore. And by definition, God is not human. You see, because if he became human, then who's going to bring him back to become God? And doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Because some stuff we only believe in our heads doesn't exist in the real world. By definition, human is not God, correct?
Yes.
Okay. By definition, God is not human.
He's not.
Yeah. So how you tell me God became human?
It was a son.
Yeah, but a son, you believe son was God as well. You know, look, that's the beauty of Islam, yeah? Islam, we believe in one God, perfect God, has a perfect attribute, who chose people amongst us, Moses, Abraham, Jesus, Jacob, Isaiah, Daniel, to convey the message, what is our purpose of this life. But we don't believe, none of them claim to be God. Because God, when he sent them to convey the message. That's why God said in the Quran, if any one of them claimed to be God, then God will destroy him. Because they were doing the job of God, meaning conveying what is our purpose in this life. Because our intellect is limited. We cannot know in detail how to worship our Creator.
If you agree that our intellect is limited,
Yeah.
it's not for me to comprehend how Jesus was God and human at the same time.
That's a good
Because I'm
question.
human.
No,
I can't comprehend.
No, we're not talking. When we say our intellect is limited, when we're talking about God and human, we're talking about something we can comprehend. You see, I'm not asking you how big God is or how does he look, because we don't know. So the question that the subject we are dealing with in hand is a subject that both us, we know human, we know who's human, they are imperfect, they are born, everything. So we know who's human. If you tell me God became human, I'll tell you it doesn't make any sense, because I know the nature of human being. You understand? So we're not talking about something beyond our comprehension, our understanding. You with me? So now if God became a human, that's a contradiction, because God...
But if we accept the Bible and say that God sent his son to be human for a given period of time until he became God again, then that's
contradiction. Doesn't make any sense.
God's son to become human.
Can God decide to become a human? Can he?
That's
He's
it.
so powerful.
Okay, when you say can, no.
Because I don't think God cannot.
Wait, brother. You can't ask question. There's difference between brother. There's difference between what God is and what God does. What God is, does it change? Okay. So what you're doing, you talking about God, what God does, then you said, can it change? No. God, what God is, that will make God. Now, for example, can you say God, he knows sometimes, he doesn't know sometimes? Or you say God knows everything all the time? That's it. So what we're talking about, what God is doesn't change. What God does, he does whatever he wishes, according to his wisdom.
It's still the possibility. It stands there. He can become a human.
That's paradox, brother.
No, but it's a possibility if you want. As you said,
Okay.
he can.
Okay. No,
It's the same question.
No.
That he can lift. It's the same.
No, that's a paradox. You agree with it? Yeah, it's a paradox. Because if God became human, okay, now what is human? Human doesn't have God power anymore. So what happened to his power? Gone. So where is going to start? Be confused. I need to become God back again. Come on, brother.
No, but that's why when he's believing Trinity as a Christian.
Brother, you know what's paradox, by the way?
No, it's not paradox. Why?
You know,
I know.
yeah. Paradox is like telling me someone exists and don't exist at the same time. Is that paradox? Is in a paradox God perfect all the time, but he's going to become imperfect? That's a paradox. Because if you say God perfect by definition all the times, then you say to me, you know what? 2002 he became imperfect. But you just told me God is perfect all the times. That's why you have to differentiate between what God is and what God does. What God is does not change. What God does, He spoke to Moses, but He never spoke to me. You know, He created Jesus without a father, but not me. You understand? He spoke to Prophet Muhammad, but not you. You understand? You know, no, brother, this possibility, brother, no, it doesn't make any sense, brother. Forget possibilities, because what you have to understand, bro, there is something which really exists and something only exists in your head. Like the brother mentioned here, good point. Can God create stone that He cannot lift? That is a paradox. This question is wrong. Why? Because if God was able to create something heavy, therefore God has more power than it to begin with. You see, and the last part of the question contradicts the first part of the question. And this questions was created and was made by a group called Sophistaion, from the Greek philosophers. Aristotle himself refuted them. Plato refuted them. What they used to do in an argument, they used to create questions which doesn't make any sense, just to confuse the opponents. You with me? Okay? So what God is doesn't change. So the point here, bro, look, what we say to you, we keep talking about Christianity. Islam is simple. God is one. Okay?
God is 3 in 1.
Doesn't make any sense. That's a shampoo. 3 in 1 shampoo? Doesn't make any sense. How 3 in 1? Shampoo, your shampoo. 3 in 1. I'm joking. But look, how good is 3 in 1, bro? Doesn't make any sense as well. That's a paradox.
But you just said we're humans and we don't understand everything.
No, but again,
the definition also.
bro, again. No, brother, it's not about small. Brother, you agree with him? What's talking about? Yeah, you said bro, small. No, wait, brother. Yeah, listen, brother. What you have to understand, bro. Again, what we're talking about here, we're not talking about something we cannot understand. Let me make it clear to you. Is the Father fully God?
Yes.
How many God we have now? How many God we have?
One God.
One God. Now, okay. Is the Son fully God?
Now, yes. When He was on earth, He was
Yeah. Even now, is he fully God? For the sake of argument, how many God we have now?
still one. How
So
many shampoo you have?
No, wait. Father is fully God. The Son. So if the Father is fully God, we only have one God. I'm not in need of another God.
Father in unity.
Look, you know why? Yeah. Well, I believe the mighty messenger Jesus, he never came with this teaching. That's a teaching that was adopted by the pagans, the Roman pagans. Jesus never came with this. Jesus clearly said, the only true God is the Father. In the Quran, He said clearly also, all the Israelites, worship you God and you my God, who is Allah. The teaching of Jesus is so clear. The true teaching of Jesus, it makes sense to a child. Likewise, it makes sense to the shepherd. Likewise, it makes sense to the person who has PhD in Oxford University. The true teaching of Jesus. Why? Sorry, brother. One God sent the prophets and messengers. No God. There's 2 God, but there's 1 God. But the Father is fully God. The Son is fully God. But there's only 2 God, 1 God. If you only have 1 God, if you add the Holy Spirit, how many God do you have? It's still 1 God. Come on, bro. That's why Jesus said, the only true God is the Father. Do you agree with that? That is John 10:3. Wait, brother. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because the Father.
Why Father?
Yes, good point. The Father was used amongst the Israelites to refer to God because God used to take care of them. So they used it as metaphorical, not as. And also in Aramaic, Aramaic is another language. Syriac, Aramaic. No, not Aramaic, Syriac. Syriac, they used to refer to God as an Ab, which means Arab, the Lord. You see, but people afterward misunderstood it, to talk it as literal. They took it as literal.
Said Father,
No, as I said, that term Father was used as a Lord, not as actual Father.
so he meant Lord. instead
Yes,
of Father.
that's what I meant. Yeah,
That's what I understood from your
yeah.
perspective.
So my question is to you now, bro. Yeah, and sorry for taking your time. Thank you. Well, listen to this, bro. Watch this. Yeah, when Jesus said the only true God is the Father, was He speaking the truth or was He lying? Of course, was He speaking the truth? Is Jesus the Father?
He's not the Father, no.
Is Jesus God?
Yes.
But Jesus said the only true God is the Father, and you just told me Jesus is not the Father.
You said it in the Bible.
حبيبي يا حبيبي يا أخي خليه يتكلم يا أخي أخويا.
But you said it so many times.
Because you just agreed the only true God is the Father, okay? And you agreed with me. No, I'm not putting words in your mouth. You agreed with me. Jesus is not the Father.
The thing is, you know the Bible better than I do, probably, right now.
About a foundation. Go on.
So when Jesus says those who have seen me have seen the Father, he's actually saying then those who have seen me have seen the one true God, according to the verse that you're quoting. He doesn't say if you've seen me, you've seen God. He says you have seen the Father. So he's not claiming to be the Father, but if the Father is the only true God, he's clearly saying
That's a good question. She quotes good. So are you telling me the father looked like Palestinian Jew?
no, I'm saying the Son did.
No, but no, hold a minute. You said if you
Those
see,
who have seen me have seen the one true God.
no problem. Is
me
that
personally.
no, of course, Jesus? Does the father look like Palestinian Jew?
No.
So how can you say if you see me? Because you're talking
Because
about.
he's not- yeah,
I mean, you're talking about of course, they cannot see the inward stuff. They see the outward.
Yes.
If you see me, you see the father. Either mean he looks like the father,
No.
or he has the same attribute of the father.
The nature, yes.
That is incorrect because Jesus said he doesn't know the hour. Only the father knows.
Yes, because even the Father, when he speaks to the martyrs whose blood cries out to him from beneath the altar, they say, when is our blood to be avenged? And they're talking to God. And he doesn't say at such and such a time. The verse doesn't allude to a temporal time. He says when the convergence of these events has passed, then your blood will be avenged.
Right,
So the Father is not saying 7:20 on a Wednesday. He is saying when this happens, he's saying when this happens and that happens and that happens, then it's going to
They
happen.
give you signals. This morning they know.
But that is incorrect. That is incorrect. You know
That's
what?
not incorrect.
I tell you
I've
what.
got it on
No, I'm not
record.
saying that. No. The analogy is wrong. Why? Do you know why? It's different
You're
between if I tell
questioning the
you.
logic of God, okay.
No, not logic of God. If you ask me what is my name, I said I don't know.
Yes, you
I'm
might
not
have
lying.
amnesia.
I'm lying.
At the moment, you
Yeah.
would be lying, yeah.
Of course, I'm going to be lying tomorrow if I don't. I say I don't
If
know.
you
I said
bump
I don't
your
know.
head, you might not know.
No, I'm lying now. Okay,
Yes.
or about my head.
Yeah.
So I lost my memory. My
Yes,
memory.
yes.
Yeah. But if I say to you, I know my name, but I will tell you my name next day. I'm not lying. But
fine.
Jesus said, no one knows
Yes.
the day and the hour.
Yes,
Not
except
even the angel in the heaven, nor the son.
Yes.
When he said he doesn't know the
That's it.
hour, was he lying or speaking the truth?
No, he was speaking the truth.
So therefore, he doesn't know the hour.
What in his incarnation as Jesus, he does not know the hour.
Okay, Jesus as God, is he the Father?
No.
Okay, so
No Trinitarian believes
okay,
that.
no problem. So according to Jesus, who the only one knows the hour?
The Father, the first
That's
person.
how you
of
answered
the
my
Godhead.
question.
I
Thank
know,
you.
so did
That's
Paul.
it. So Jesus doesn't know. Huh?
That's correct.
That's the only worthy of worship, the one who has the
That's
perfect
correct.
attributes.
Doesn't know
Yeah,
how what does he mean? It's not God.
that's it. Simple.
It doesn't.
Yeah, simple.
No, I tell you, Matthew 14:27. Jesus spoke in Aramaic. So the Aramaic, plain English Bible, in Matthew 14:27, he says to Peter, "Fear not, for I am the living God." That's a translation from his earthly language to my earthly language, and everyone goes on about Arabic, but the Aramaic, he says, "Fear not, I am the living God." So if you want to call him a liar, that's fine.
No, firstly, no, I'm not calling him a liar.
He can't be a liar.
No, no, no.
Everyone says he's,
But no, I'm asking you simply. I'm not calling him a liar. I'm telling you that when Jesus said doesn't know the hour, was he speaking the truth or was he
He
lying?
was telling the truth. He cannot
Okay,
lie.
who has more knowledge? Who has more knowledge? The
The
Father.
Father in that instance, yeah, because the Father is outside
But
of
God,
time.
no, but God, no one has more knowledge than God.
No, that's correct.
So if Jesus is God, no one should have more knowledge
He
than
was
him.
made lesser than the angels according to Hebrews.
He was made, but if he was
was,
God,
as in his earthly form, the eternal Son, or the Word,
Yeah.
was made lesser than the angels, but not of the angels. He was also made greater than them. And in Hebrews, that same book, God the Father says to God the Son, "Your throne, O God, will endure." He calls Jesus Christ God.
Okay,
the
that-
Father, and the Father knows everything.
Firstly-
according to your
okay,
argument, and therefore we can safely assure. No, that's my Bible.
Yeah, okay.
And
Which Bible is that?
The Bible. All the versions of Hebrews you will find
Okay.
the Father calling the Son God.
Okay, so are you taking it literal as God?
Of course.
When in Psalms, God called the judges of Israel gods. Are they gods?
No.
So why are you taking it
Because-
literal?
because the
No, wait.
Father- Oh, which verse?
Wait. Jesus said to them.
Your
when
words
no,
will never
wait.
pass
So let me
away.
finish.
I'm like-
When they picked up the stones,
Yeah.
they tried to stone him. What did they say? He said, "Why you want to stone me? Because of which good work I've done." Said,
Yeah.
"No, because of your blasphemy."
Yeah,
You
because
tried
you're calling yourself God.
Okay, what did he say? Is
hang
it
on.
not written in your law? I call you gods.
Yeah.
So therefore, Jesus is refuting the.
But that's gods with a small
Allow me
g.
to finish.
But
Allow me
it's
to finish.
not God
Allow me to
divine,
finish.
of
Allow-
course.
Jesus clearly refuting their understanding, which they misunderstood him.
That's
okay,
right.
but you Christians, instead of following the understanding of
But
Jesus,
clearly
you
said,
know, let
"I
me
am
finish
the
my
living
point.
God," because you're
That's contradiction. That's contradiction.
No, it's not.
Does the living God knows everything all the time?
No, clearly not.
So you can't be the
He
living
doesn't
God.
know the hour.
Yeah.
We just
So you can't be God.
He can be. He is. He doesn't lie.
So God can be, is God all-knowing all the time?
Apparently not. Not in his
Okay,
human incarnation.
so it's
He
imperfect.
doesn't know the
You see what
hour.
it is?
What
Huh?
else?
Khalas,
If
you
you
know,
want to call him
yeah.
imperfect,
So-
you're going to be the one on Judgment Day. Shane.
Yeah, I have no problem to call him
Excellent.
imperfect.
Your sins are going to be put onto each
Even
other.
as a Christian, anyone who has a sound mind, he will say that God that doesn't have perfect knowledge, he's
Has anyone
imperfect.
got a sound mind that I
see?
can just borrow? Has
Yeah.
anyone got any logic
Yeah,
or
anyway,
reason?
so my look, brother, I was speaking
No,
to him.
apparently there's a
I was speaking to him. I was
condemnation.
speaking to
Yeah, of
him.
course, I'm gonna
Thank you
jump
very
there.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
take care. You can see. Do you agree with that, by the way?
What?
Well, she said God does not everything.
That's stupid.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's true. You know,
But that psalm you're talking about,
Yeah.
Psalm 82 or 83, it's not talking about human beings.
talking about human beings.
If you read it, it's talking about God and it's talking about a divine council. So when it talks about those that come before him, it's talking about the Elohim, as in like when the Bible, when Daniel it talks about Michael, the archangel Michael, it's talking about those.
No,
The council. It's
it's
not talking
talking
about human beings.
It's talking about judges, human beings.
No, it's not talking about human
Okay.
beings. Go look at it. You look it up in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Look up the
I can look.
Scrolls, and even in the Septuagint you can see it. It's talking about Elohim as in like God's counsel. A bit like when
but
it
no,
says
no.
in Job. When it says in Job, it says in the book of Job, it says that Satan came.
Well, I have a class.
I'm not going to say. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to explain that when you.
Yeah. No.
It says that Satan came before God when he's supposed to go and trouble Job. It says he came before the divine council, before God's throne, and there's like this divine kind of.
So, so you saying those gods is the true God?
No, I'm saying that particular. No,
Are you talking about the angels? The angels you think?
It's like Elohim. It's like a. They're not like God.
That's what I'm saying.
They're divine beings.
Yeah. Regardless, it's still prove my
when
point.
Jesus said to the Pharisees, when he said, isn't it written that you are God? He wasn't speaking to them, saying that you are.
No.
He's referring to this
Psalms.
passage
Yeah.
that spoke of these other Elohim.
I understand
kind
that
of
because in the
beings.
Bible said Moses, God said to Moses, I will send you as Elohim to Pharaoh. That's what I'm saying. Even the term God, if it's used in the Bible, doesn't mean God the Father or the true God. You see, that's my point. That's what I'm calling you. I'm calling people to worship the true God. But however, look, even I don't want to even go to the Bible.
Check out
I will.
properly.
I will.
See,
I will.
So then you can't use that one.
No, but I still can use it because it's not referring to. My point here is God in the Bible sometimes is used not for the true God.
Elohim.
Yeah, it's not. It's used even for human being.
Not just human. No.
I'm not saying just human being, but it's used also for
divine
human being.
beings,
Yeah, but it's used for Moses.
Like the Canaanites, they would use Elohim as well.
Yeah, but my point here is used. I want to come back to him because he seem like more open-minded. You're open-minded as well, but you don't want to carry on. Yeah, but
We need to.
anyway, bro, think about it.
I will
You understand?
I will read the Bible again.
Yeah, read it.
Next week.
Inshallah, maybe. Inshallah, by God's will. Anyway, take care. Have a good day.